What are you doing? I'm not
just listen, just listen, just listen. Tell me when, man.
It's on.
Thanks for watching. This is the documentary of 50 Million. I just wanted to let you guys know that we're really broke and we need you to buy our film. Please buy our film.
What do you mean? Seriously. See the fuck with me.
Alright, we have to tell the camera a little bit about Haas Productions.
Alright.
Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to Haas Productions.
Haas is Pete's name. He made it up. I don't understand it, but I like it.
Somehow we managed to get together, write some script. Ow! You son of a... What did you have for?
How's that framing? Okay. I can look at you or look at the camera. Doesn't matter.
You're not a brother, you're not a friend. What did I do? I don't want anything to happen to him while my mother's still alive.
Whoa! You try to blackmail me, I'll drop you out a higher window. Meanwhile, I got bigger fish to fry.
Without hands?
Let's play that cigarette. Okay, camera's ready.
Stand by and action.
I got your message, Artie. You running games here? I want to play. From here on out, nothing goes down unless I'm involved. No dope deals, no gambling, no nothing. A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in. You got fat while everyone starved on the streets. It's my turn.
Don't you know me? Fucked it up.
One more time.
Stop.
Yeah.
Stop the camera.
No, it's good. We're on.
See, stop it. Can you stop it? Pete, what do you want from my life? I'm getting the car.
Sit down and relax, man.
Well, I'm sweating. You want me to run? Maybe we should have planned. What do you want from my life? I gotta do this the way I do it. Let me get in the towel.
We're out of time, is what I'm saying.
Oh, well, then we have 2 days. What do you want from my life?
Now you're just being passive aggressive. Let's just go. You know what I mean?
I know, Pete, but...
He's a maniac. He doesn't exist like the way we all exist. He's out and he's in another world.
One of the first stories Vincent told me about working, and I can't remember. Was he at Stella Adler?
No.
He went to Strasbourg. Jay, I was with this girl. I can't remember what play it was. And, we wanted it to be real. There's blood. We went to a hotel. We're having sex. We're doing drugs. We got like a blood bag. We did it for class. They're like, whoa, whoa. They stopped it. It was too real.
Vinny is a very special guy.
What do you mean?
He's got a talent that, when it's honed in on, is priceless.
Is he the core of our conversation, basically?
Well, let's see. Okay, everybody wants to fucking go to... You want to go? Who you talking to, man? Who you fucking talking to, man? Okay, who the fuck do you think you're talking to, man?
I'm gonna just talk to you about 50 million for a second. Let me take another sip. So now, I learned somewhere that true success happens not by happenstance, but by a continuation of pushing yourself a little bit further than you were able to do before. Well, this character, funny or silly as it may be, is a character that was so super challenging to me because I had played other characters that were closer to myself. I don't know, Al Pacino is Italian, but to be able to try and go and look for his soul, to understand, to read his biography, to understand, where he grew up and his relationship with his father and his relationship with his mother, that all played a big part in my playing of the character. His sense of humor, his down-to-earthness, his relationship with Lee, his experience that's beyond belief, his temperament, Lee Strasberg, all those things that that were underneath, even just playing these funny little characters, like, oh, I watch Heat and then I can do the roles, and stuff like that. It's not about that. I wanted to see if I can get close to his soul, get his essence, understand him a little bit.
Get the helicopter.
Then he was a madman. He was like all like amped up. He just had so much energy. His energy level was so high, going, like talking, like all the time, just like, just vomiting from the mouth. And Pete couldn't get him to like focus on, like pay attention to what he's telling him. And he was just, yeah, at that point I did feel bad for Pete.
You proud of 50 million?
I am. I mean, it was a lot of fun. It was a pretty intense day. We all got to figure out how well we work together. All right, ready?
Who am I talking to here?
Your line is hoo-ah.
To who?
All you gotta do.
Am I
It doesn't matter. Just try and face forward.
Okay.
Do it, all right?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on.
All right.
I was meeting Pete and Vinny out in Astoria, Queens, at this little. We hadn't started meeting at the Avenue Cafe yet.
We all want to try to do this feature-length film.
Called, what was the name of the feature film? I mean, the Only Children.
That's a feature that Kevin Colgan wrote with me in mind. At least that's what they told me.
Only Children has been something we've been trying to get going for years now. I mean, it's a great script. It's feature-length, but, we've had readings. We've shot scenes of it.
We were somewhere around Barstow on the edge of the desert when the drugs began to take effect.
I remember saying something like, I feel a bit lightheaded. Maybe you should drive.
Can we start again? I was going to go talk to Jennifer Connelly, and then I didn't see her forever. By the time I did see her, I lost so much enthusiasm for the story I couldn't even sell. So, one day, I'm going to meet Vinny and Pete, and they say, we got to do a short. Like, they're already out there. I'm going all the way out to Astoria to meet them as like a favor. I could bullshit and say, hey, I love the trip out there, from Brooklyn. It takes an hour, it's a double 2-ride commute. I got to take the Q train all the way to 42nd or 57th and then switch over to the N or the W and then take it all the way to Broadway and either go to Pete's apartment or go to Avenue Cafe where they want to meet, or one of these other Greek cafes so we can sit around and give more money to a bunch of bad waiters. So anyway, I show up there, and Pete and Vinny have already been talking, and they're like, we got to do a comedic short. Yeah, this is just taking too long to get Only Children done. Okay, well, yeah.
When I say what was the name of that feature film is because it's still a long shot to get any feature film done in the temperature of the way the business is running right now. So anyway, let me just get to. We're gonna go do that big film, but we couldn't get it together, so we're sitting there for months trying to figure out how to put this feature together, raise money. Oh, we need $100,000, we need $200,000, blah blah. How are we gonna do it, guys? Let's just shoot something to get the ball rolling, and we said, screw it, let's shoot anything. So we can.
Come on.
Now this chunk is gonna match this car, correct?
It's not gonna. We're not even gonna know the difference. There's no way we'd even know.
I think I said, guys, let's just do a small one, and then we'll add to it, and then we'll go from there. Just get the camera equipment, get the lighting, get the things. We've shot lots of films apart, but now this would be the first time as Hossboss shooting some sort of a production.
What do you think? It works?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That's what these guys are like.
I don't know what happened in those meetings where you, Pete, and Vinny got together, because I was all the way out in L.A.
And your starting move is like this, right down to his head.
Vinny had produced several films, he said. I know he produced one because I was in it. And so we still had a lot of confidence that he knew what he was doing. He claimed that he also had run a theater company. He claimed that he had a lot of knowledge and experience. And he knew that I had produced a couple plays too. And so we could kind of share each other's enthusiasm and experience and appreciation. Whatever. We wanted to work together. And Pete had, I don't know, I guess he had been involved in some kind of production. He's the one that was like getting us all together to. He's the one who.
I think that the first script that you get, or any artist, I think that when you draw something, you take it and you throw it away, and then you draw it again right away. The best pieces from the last drawing will stay on the new drawing, and the old pieces will go away. So every time we rewrote the script, it got rid of what was bad, and we added something that was more fun.
The beginning?
Yeah.
I remember Vincent at that point. I think I was reluctant to get involved.
Yeah, Pete said he's gonna write it. Nothing happened.
Yeah. And I always do that, but never do.
Yeah, Pete said he was going to see if he was going to try and bust out some things, and we all said we're going to write something.
You always do what?
Say I'm going to write it and end up having you write it and giving you the fucking broad strokes. There you go, folks. He has it right there.
Vinny,
let's see,
had proven himself to be the most amazing Al Pacino impersonator that I've ever seen.
No, I'm just messing around. Ready? Let's see if I can pull it off. I haven't done it in a long time. What's your name, me? What's your name? Someone to point your fingers at.
And the one thing that I can never do is Pacino
out.
in Scarface. I can never do it. I just can't.
And I can do Al Pacino.
You can?
Yes, I can do him in Heat.
Do it.
What I can do is Pacino in Heat, for sure. Or at least I know the lines down pat, and I can yell and scream them just like he was doing.
Miller,
The idea was going to be Al Pacino, a bunch of Al Pacinos, 2, 3 Al Pacinos, or at least 2. Me, and Vinny.
No, it was 1. And then you wanted to do a whole bunch of different angles
it was
of
me, suggesting that maybe you, Jason, and Vinny sit around the table as all Al Pacinos.
No, at this point, I don't think.
Screaming at each other, doing lines from your various.
I mean, I might not have known. I might not have known I was on that.
Al Pacino himself has kind of become a joke of himself.
Give me all you got! Give me all you got! Albert, what's wrong with you? You bring me down here, you waste my motherfucking time! He is a brilliant actor.
His last couple movies, I mean, no offense, Al.
I got the idea that they should be speaking in their movie quotes.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Sure, guy.
Maybe Pete had a little he agreed with me, or he said the same thing. Who came up with the idea?
Me and John Miller.
But I know that it was me that came up with the idea about doing the movie quotes. Because that shit makes sense to me.
That comprised about 80% of our conversation back in school was just the give and take of movies, mainly with a focus on the Karate Kid, and there was a little bit of The Shining.
I'm quite sure I said one day at Avenue that's how it should be. That's the joke. That's how it's going to be, is that it's all fluid, and we go on. Like every single thing, we have to strictly follow the rules that every single line has to be from a film, which we didn't do.
A quote is not a fucking noun. Anyway, so
It's not a noun.
a quote is not a noun.
The word quote is not a noun?
No.
It's a verb?
Yes.
I think it's both.
No, it's not. It's improper English. No, you are. It's slang. It's quotations. A quotation. You can say it if you don't mind speaking incorrectly. My point is that I know I'm well educated, which is these movie characters can only quote.
So you just said it.
I used it as a verb. What are you showing me? Quote. I don't know. I don't have time for this. Like, I'll do it later, but I don't think that's right. Go away! Go away! Let me get back to what I was doing, please. Can I get back to what I was doing? I'm gonna edit this. I want to talk about what I was talking about. I'm waiting for you to sit down.
How'd you meet Miller?
Johnny Miller. I went into a restaurant called Tony's DiNapoli. I work as a waiter. In between my acting gigs, I get a TV show on Law and Order. They give me $3,000. That lasts about a month. What do you do in between? So you work in a restaurant. I walked into this restaurant. Hence John Miller, super talent. He's at Tony's DiNapoli. I walk in. I'm waiting tables, this and that. Birds of a feather. Fellow actor. What are you doing? What are you working on? What's it? Would you study? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I got a feature film, dude.
How did we get involved with Vince in the first place?
I was working with him at the restaurant, and you know, he had a couple short films going. He seemed really motivated, and he seemed like the right kind of guy to, like, he seemed like a missing part of what me and Miller already had. You know what I mean? You know, we had all these great ideas and stuff, but you know, we weren't doing anything, and I felt like Vince would be able to actually, you know what the right steps were to get stuff done.
Pete knew Miller, and he works at MTV. He works in the restaurant, and then he also works at MTV. So, and Pete wants to get into do the directing, wants to get into the producing, wants to get those films done because he's around all those people at MTV and sees how it does. So,
What was John like when he first was writing?
Oh, well, I mean, yes. So he was really psyched and would be like, you know, got this great idea. It's, you know, we're gonna like, it's gonna be Pacino, it's gonna be Walken, and we're gonna, like, you know, it's gonna be the dialogue between the two of them. It's brilliant. It's gonna be awesome. The only lines are gonna be straight from, like, a movie.
Taking actual dialogue from movies and limiting yourself to a compilation of dialogue from movies and trying to make some sort of plot and storyline out of that was pretty, I thought, pretty difficult, which I think is why I suggested some narrative be added in there, which you wrote in this Ron's character as the agent so that people could somewhat follow.
Okay, give me 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay.
Am I start with the trunk down? Sorry.
Okay.
Am I deep? Where do you want it?
Yeah, right there, and then move it up.
Okay.
Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2.
I didn't even talk to Pete until I got to New York, and he was just directing it, and I just was like, all right, what do you want me to do?
Ronnie was great. I mean, the kid flew out. That's the other thing, is I'm like, looking at this thing. He flew out from LA on his own money to do this little part.
I was up first, and I was nervous because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't even really know, like, what the setup was going to be and stuff.
Senator, you can have my answer now if you like. My offer is this: nothing. Not even for the price of the game.
I'm not playing your little games. I intend to squeeze you.
Ronnie's part is great, but you know, he's kind of filling in with other lines from the movies, and we had to, like, you know, sacrifice the creative direction to make the story go along, and that was through Ronnie's character. We did have a lot of fun driving the car. You know, he was funny. The earpiece, you know, and then the racquetball, all that was good. You know, he had a little racquetball in his hand when he was doing the trunk scene. Remember?
No, I wasn't there.
Yeah, you were. And
And then you stopped me at one point too, and you were like, you can't say walking.
One thing, did you say Walken or Balkan?
I heard Balkan.
Okay.
I kind of mumble a little bit. I'll
But,
do it again.
Miller's on the shot. We call it Sal Pacino because we can't really play Al Pacino. We don't know if there's any legal things in this episode. So we played a guy who is so infatuated with Al that he almost believes he's Al, but his real name is Sal Pacino. And list Balkan.
I realized that maybe you couldn't do a Pacino that well, and that you did. I knew you did a very good walk-in.
Miller does such an amazing walk-in impression. Yeah.
You're competing with, because I don't think as many people do a good Pacino
as they do a good walk-in. Right. So you're among other things. First off, you're competing with Jay Moore. Right. And he does like as you know, a ridiculously good, walk-in impression. So there is that.
So, I think I'm pretty confident in my walk-in impersonation, but I'm not going around telling everybody about it. Like when everyone would ask me, do Christopher Walken, I'd say no. Because I'm not someone's puppet. I'm not going to do stuff for free. Whoa, look. Look, I know. They got your head all fucked up. I know. But look, I got feelings for you. I care.
Well, I'm over fucking whelmed. It just got so astronomical that these millions and billions of dollars nowadays are just so blown out of proportion. Actor gets $3 million. That was about 15 years ago. Austin Powers again. Mike Meyer gets $50 million for that. $800 billion for the budget. These numbers are just astronomical. So we're like, what's a number that we can come up with that's going to be like, ooh, and make people turn their heads? There actually isn't a number that can actually make people turn their head. People are so like, I guess trillions.
You're acting like you don't have any interest in this. This is $5 million for you, man. Are you fucking out of your mind? Yeah, I don't think you do. Come on, guy. What the fuck? Smart enough.
Vinny did the original right. It really wasn't a script. It was more an outline.
One night, in the middle of the night, I'm in Astoria. I'm sitting in the bed. It's 3 o'clock in the freaking morning. Like, my eyes are wide open. Like, I don't know. And I went into the other room, and I just wrote on, like, some scrap paper. And I started writing all over the place. Going all over. And the guy does a big pile of coke. And he does this, and he does that. And it just kept coming out. And the weirder it was, the better it was.
Yeah. Which we didn't use any of.
I wrote $50 million.
Miller, this thing's brilliant. I remember just cracking up laughing. And my wife was sitting right next to me, and she's like, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "You read this in a second."
Something to drink, sir. Should I say it like
nice.
that? Or
Yes.
That's good.
Yeah.
Something to drink, sir.
We have the shot of the house.
Wait a minute.
We have the shot of that house
Hold
in the thing.
Wait a minute. Hold on a second.
I remember, I had read, after reading the script, I wasn't quite sure.
Right away, he starts questioning the script.
Well, that happens with all writers. You're a writer, he's a writer. All of a sudden, you bring the script together. I'm like, Miller, this is great. We all talk about it in a meeting. Let's go forward with this. And you give it to Jason, and Jason's a writer, and he's like, well, that doesn't leave any room for his input. Which his input's great, too. So he puts more input into it, but then it changes the soup.
If he asks me something to drink, sir, why am I asking about how to say Benedictine in Spanish if he's speaking plain English?
Straight hole, so it's not slanted.
Because it's the
Is that
scene.
funny?
You can't go to a film set and right before a shot question the shot.
No, I know. That is one thing that really frustrated me.
First of all, I didn't ask him to critique my script.
Sometimes in script form, it's not always clear how comical you want something to be, because you don't know how dry it's going to be. And I remember I asked you kind of flatly, is this supposed to be funny?
Right.
And you're like, what do you mean?
I'm Ron's wife.
We were hoping that people would get it.
Well, I have no idea what it's about. I mean, there's all these lines apparently from movies.
He'd read it to me, and poor thing. It's just like, yeah, it's good. It's good. It's funny.
The script wasn't great.
I mean, the script on the surface made no sense.
Of course, it didn't make sense. How could it have made sense? There was no sense to be had from it.
Vinny and Pete start, I don't know, half-assed justifying reasons why the script is a certain way and stuff, and he thinks I'm just threw together a bunch of quotations at random and there's a story. No. Hello, little man. Boy, I certainly heard a whole bunch about you.
How you doing? What do you say I buy a cup of coffee?
There's some things I don't do. Every quote that I chose tells the story of Al Pacino has been offered. What? Is this something to do with me or what you're studying? Okay, you're distracting me.
Is the place across the street still open?
What place across the drugstore? I don't know. Check it out.
Go check it out.
Yeah, but this is important. Okay. You're involved in this, aren't you? John. This was your idea. let's just let me continue with this because, yes, it is important, but I had to go with this right now because I was inspired. All right. So, every quotation that I chose was for a reason. Al Pacino's been given this thing. He doesn't want to be pushed into doing something he doesn't want to do, but the bottom line is he can't speak outside of these quotations, so he'll say something as close to something that he needs. He just automatically references it. He's like like in the Terminator when they have that screen of a bunch of different quotations.
Well, there's a lot of things that make sense to me that don't make sense. So I don't think we can say just because it makes sense to you that it like necessarily makes sense.
What's eating you? I like the trees.
No one gets in my way. I'm Tony Montana. I put this thing together, man.
Who do you think you are, God?
I have to go to the bathroom.
I pressed him.
And you took the script and you created a Cazal
Fredo!
character for Arcaro.
Then I put in the Fredo character.
Yeah, that's what Vince wanted, I remember. JJ, John Cazale. You look just like him.
Drado? My brother Drado? Kay Adams.
Hi.
How you doing?
That was another good idea on my part, is having... What is so funny? Well,
How brilliant you are.
I thought it'd be really funny if Fredo was always around Pacino. Like, he's dead, John Cazale's dead, and he's there. So is he a ghost? Is he the character? Like, I know you think this is funny, but this is why it is funny, is because he's there. Sorry if you can hear my stomach growling. This speaker picks up, or microphone picks up a lot of sound, but he is always there because he drives Pacino crazy, or he will drive Pacino crazy.
Don't you know me? What do you want from me? Don't you know that's an impossibility? That I would do everything in my power to make sure that doesn't happen?
Look, isn't this something that I can do? Can I make a donation?
Drado, you're nothing to me. You're not a brother, you're not a friend.
What did I do?
I don't want anything to happen to him while my mother's still alive.
Whoa!
He wanted me to play John Cazale, and I didn't think that I really had that look.
Yeah.
First of all, I think that I have a certain amount of character. I can be a character actor to a degree, but I don't think to the degree that John Cazale was.
Taking care of me? You're my kid brother and you take care of me?
I love him. He's also a Bostonian. Great actor. Underrated, I think.
Well, that's not the way I wanted it!
Cut. Excellent.
Awesome.
We're moving to the POV shot.
POV in it, bro.
That's it.
He was genius. He was genius.
Ridiculously sick.
I don't think I watched him do it until we were on set. And it was amazing.
Taking care of me? You're my kid brother and you take care of me? I'm your older brother, Mike, and I was stepped over. Well, that's not the way I wanted it!
I think he wants me now to play Barry Manilow in something where he plays Tom Jones.
I'm leaving it all up to you. You decide what you're gonna do.
I'm not playing your little games. I intend to squeeze you.
Stand by.
Your dishonest ways, your oily hair. You and your whole fucking family.
I have tactical command that supersedes your rank. They will walk and you will let them. Fuck!
Naomi.
The reason Naomi
She
is
came
in
on
this thing is because
You
Pete said we need some
near
boobs.
the last minute. You said we need some boobs.
Yes.
Quirky, weird guy. Maybe a little creepy, but once you get to know him, he's decent. Yeah. And then you find out he's married, and you're like, oh, he's just a regular guy.
I think we all know why she was chosen. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, it certainly wasn't for her acting ability since he'd never seen her act before.
I'm not so great either.
She ended up doing a great job. She wasn't chosen because of her acting ability. I don't know. I'm not the director. I didn't cast her. No, I'm not playing that game.
She was wearing the Budokan uniform, and her unbelievable boobs were revealed.
Oh, I remember coming down and screaming in my my nightgown, screaming at the, what did I say? They're right outside the fucking window.
Outside my fucking window.
Wasn't she up like all night? Like she had been out. She came straight to the set from partying.
I went out and I hadn't slept. I think I'd slept maybe an hour.
She's like this, you know, all wasted in front of the camera. We're like, yo, dude, she was pretty good.
I don't remember. I was pretty out of it.
Grego, why do I keep saying that?
Yeah, I was like, fuck, I did it again.
Well, you know, every good movie needs some boobs, no?
What was your impression of Peter?
Well, I met everyone under extreme exhaustion and a little bit of drunkenness, so I'm not gonna lie, I don't necessarily remember Peter. So jog my memory.
Who's the director?
Yeah, okay, Peter. My impression on everyone was kind of the same that day, just because of how I felt. And I was like, if they're friends with John, then whatever, they're probably all kind of like him. So, yeah, just really cool and driven. I don't know.
Yeah.
Italian.
That was Vinny.
Yeah.
And it was like one of those days where, you know, your mother needs help moving furniture and stuff like that. So I did all that, and I'm sitting there and I'm doing this, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And I took the headphones out of the computer, and my mother just looked, and I was like, no, seriously, close your eyes. And I you know, I was playing with my mother a little bit. I was like, close your eyes, tell me who this is. And then, because I didn't show it to her, and she was like, it's Al Pacino. And I was like, nope. And I turned to me, and I was like, see? It's like, she's like, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Welcome to my house. My name is Vincent LaRusso. I'm the actor, one of the actors in 50 Million. I play Sal Macino, and this is my house. We're gonna go inside in a few minutes. We're gonna show you the car right now. Some kids. Welcome to my home. I'm gonna show you around really quick. This is an actor's home from 50 Million. One of the lead actors of 50 Million, the movie. This is my little house. Over there's a picture of my first movie, It Could Happen to You, with Nicolas Cage. I play an extra in it. If you rent the movie, you will see me walking up a subway platform behind Rosa Perez. I don't know what to do. So well, maybe they'll enjoy this. Hey, look, the star of 50 Million's bathrobe. Would you like to join me for a scotch? Come on. Scoot over, kids. Let me see if I can squeeze in. All right. Would you like a scotch? Fine, I'll drink a scotch. Great. My wife says great. Hey, you know, what is the big thing about people getting wasted nowadays? Seriously. It's like, oh, the actor's normal, this and that and the other thing. Then all of a sudden he's got like a drug habit and an alcohol problem, and he's like, you know, sped off the highway, and people are like, I love him, yes, oh, yeah, well then here's a shot.
I didn't realize what was going to happen. I didn't realize Vincent was going to take it to the place that he did.
What do you mean?
I mean, he you know, I thought he was just going to simply, you know, do an Al Pacino impression, but he ended up investing a lot of time and money and energy getting those fucking outfits.
So, I got to tell you, are we rolling? I don't even know if we're rolling or not. With this film, I did another film, and every time I do a character, I really like to give it everything I got.
I'm very upset, Ralph. You can sit on my couch, you can ball my wife, and her husband...
It's not easy in today's society with your job, with, you know, the money, the apartments, the rents are skyrocket, you know. So it's like, how do you give it your all when you don't have a $30 million budget? Either his signature or his brains would be on the contract.
Up a little inch. Good.
That's a true story.
Stand by, guys. And stand by.
That garbage truck, you know, you hear Daniel Day-Lewis gets in a wheelchair and just rolls around town, and, you know, but he's also got his rent paid, and, you know, people are feeding him lobster, you know. But the thing is, and I'm sure he doesn't eat that, but during his characters.
What do you want?
To who?
Perfect. Just straight ahead.
Is this what you want here?
No, man.
It is. We changed a lot.
All right, fine. What do you want here?
I did so many other characters that are just like I gave it my all, and they just like ended up on like some shelf somewhere, and like months of character work. I mean, I remember playing. I did a Lestat from school one time, and I like was walking around the streets 2 o'clock in the morning eating red meat only. You know what I mean? Things like that. I know it sounds funny now that you look at me now.
Okay, and then this is I have to go to the bathroom. Ski pants out of the shot.
Okay, gotcha. I got you.
I got a wet spot.
One day you are going to get these roles that require you to go above and beyond, especially when you see Brad Pitt and you see these guys, Gary Oldman, and you see them really hitting the high notes. If you ever want to be a professional actor, you've got to be able to do it.
What do you want here?
So did you have to prepare a lot to direct 50 Million? Was there a lot of directorial preparation?
There was a lot of directorial preparation. We went out there. We went out to Vince's mom's house. You know, we talked about things we were going to do, and then when we show up, of course, on the day, we can't do half of the things we planned on doing.
Why?
And no, because like Vince said it was all cool when we first went out there, but then when we went out there, he's like, no, we can't be moving this, and you know, I don't think he understood the urgency of trying to get this whole thing done in one day.
13 pages in one day. Normally 4 pages in one day for a professional shoot is enough. But we figured it was one location, why not go there? And Pete and I weren't really working hand in hand. We did, but he didn't kind of understand the fact that there was about 60 costume changes in about 3 minutes, and when the DP had to actually run out the door.
And all the gardening that was going on that day.
Yeah. Like your best
We're just about to start, and a weed whacker starts going. We're like, what is going on? We're like, behind. It's the house I grew up in. No. It's in a quiet area. We go over there. There's like 16 like supermarket trucks pulling up, unloading produce. There's a car accident. It's like, good, Vince. That's nice.
Most important.
I grew up in this house.
Well, it's a unidirectional mic, so it doesn't pick up a lot of outside. It just picks up what he's pointing to.
Do nothing. You're not a brother. You're not a friend. I don't want to know.
What did I do?
None of us wanted to be there that long, man. Ski, he had to have someone pick up his daughter because he was late to pick up his daughter. The whole budget was $450, $350 of which went to Ski.
Yeah.
But I think it was worth it. Thank you, Ski.
It was all about doing it for a friend more than the money.
Exactly.
Because I believed in Vincent, and I still do.
He's a great guy, man. He was a great cameraman. A lot of fun to work with. By far the most professional person on the fucking set, that's for sure.
Who went to go look for it?
Vinny and Steve.
So Ski, our cameraman, lost his wallet.
Oh my God, Ski lost his wallet.
Well, I actually lost it in where is it, in a park or somewhere?
Right in the middle of the day, we were doing the scene with Ronnie in the car. That could have really ruined everything, man. He was bummed out.
They're trying to keep Ski in the car with the cameras, and they're trying to. Hold on. You got quiet in the background. You got to start again. Cut the camera.
We're in the middle of shooting, like this like real estate agent walks in and is like, oh, what's going on over here? Making a movie?
Stand by. Camera's rolling.
Quiet on the set.
Stand by. Here we go. And
Quiet, please.
action.
Quiet.
This is just you, Vince.
Quiet on set.
Had we had a little more time with this film, I think we would have been even better. But I think this was fun the way it was.
You know, I haven't directed many things. I mean, really. You know. So.
It looked like, I mean, at times it looked like you guys were definitely having fun, and then there were other times just going through the different footage, it just looked like you guys were ready to kill each other.
It's not like I was breathing down your neck when you were writing the thing. You know what I mean? Or, you know, I'm not standing over your shoulder while you're editing all this. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone's got to do their own part. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to kiss your ass or anything, but you've never like stood in my way. You've always just sort of let me.
I've been a huge believer that a project always is better when everybody gets to do their part. You know what I mean? And are allowed the freedom to do their part.
That's why we have to do it off screen.
Wait, can we cut to the door, like more knocking?
No, Pete.
Like just have a shot at the door itself.
Pete, just zoom out. This is me as Vincent Hanna opening the door. This was me 2 seconds before, look. Okay? And then I go to Vince's.
Yeah, but it's...
You cut to him outside and show him who's standing outside. Or have me walk into the door going like this. Over here.
That'll work.
No. Only if you cut to him outside, a picture of him outside through the peephole or something. Because then it could show... No, just let me sit down and go,
Yeah,
okay.
but get Jason back in the chair.
No, we don't need
Sure,
that.
don't stop with me saying,
All right,
put it where you want.
fine. Just you getting up and asking if it's
No,
Kay.
right here. Kay? That's it, done.
Why don't you? How do we get you out of the chair?
Knock it.
Guys, I'm telling you, I decided this was off screen because you say, "What do you want?" And Frank Slade, he gets up and goes to the door blind. He's not going to say K. He's going to say K if he says it at all.
K's cut.
He's just not saying K.
Cut it. Cut it.
I put a lot of time and effort into planning that day out. I mean, we did not have much time, and I felt like we wasted a lot of time on bullshit. You know what I mean? With I hate to say it, but mostly with Vinny. I mean, I give Vinny a lot of credit for coming up with all the costumes, and he did a great job with each of the characters, and all that. But I really was hoping that he would just show up that day and do that. It would have worked a lot better had he just stuck to his role on the day.
Here, can I add something? What do you want? What do you want here?
This is not for you right now, so we're going to do this later.
Fine.
There we go.
I went too slow. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Come on, I'm going to answer the phone. Go ahead. Sorry.
You got speed?
Speed.
And action.
What do we got?
I like the trees.
Cut.
I don't like it. Fucked it up. We do it real fast.
No. Okay, no, we're not going to do it on two shots. We're going to do cuts now. So,
Good, dude.
Well, no, there was so many pauses between. I wanted to tighten the cues.
No. All right. Okay.
Can we tighten it one more time, Pete?
we're gonna get your audio. It's in his nature to be a little bit controlling and micromanaging, and that is frustrating. You know what I mean?
Pete,
We'll block it.
Pete, you're saying something to drink, sir, to Frank Slade.
Yes.
So then, how are you doing?
No, I'm not. Frank Slade
is done.
Is done.
Yeah, but you're saying
You just said hoo-ah. Yes, I'm coming in and saying something to drink, sir.
To Frank Slade, but then when you cut to me,
when he cuts to you, he's gonna pan to you. You're new. You're a new character. It's a nice, smooth transition. See what I'm saying?
I have a question to ask you. When you say something to drink, sir, am I in the shot?
No.
Good. Want it one more time? Do you want it one more time, Pete, for safety?
Yes.
I can't watch my motherfucking TV for the deal.
Stand by, Vince, and action.
Drado, come with me. You're still my brother. Roth's dead. I've always taken care of you, Fredo.
Taking care of me? You're my kid brother, and you take care of me?
Cut. It's Drado. I said Fredo. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm not supposed to do it, but I said Fredo. Straight
Yeah, but don't worry about cutting. Keep going with it because we have the... one thing I can't stand is my fucking time being wasted, dude. No, quiet! Change to Scarface!
Ah!
Stand by.
Okay. Who the fuck does he think he's talking to? What do you think this is, some
Stand
bad
by.
boy?
Stand
I'm with
by.
you. Okay.
No one gets in my way. I'm Tony Montana. I put this operation together. Alright?
Camera's rolling.
I know, we have it a little bit longer, though.
No one gets in my way. I'm Tony Montana. I
Political-
put this operation together. That's all we get.
No one gets in my way. I'm Tony Montana. Who put this...
All you're saying right here is, hey, you want to go to war with me? Say hello to my little friend. That's
Okay.
the whole point of this. Only a shot. Ready?
Yeah. All right.
You stand by. I said stand by.
I know, I'm in there. Okay, you want to go to war? I'll take you to
Don't
war.
pick it up. It's on the line. It's on speaker.
Okay, I am. There it is.
That's Vinny.
Stand by.
That's Vinny. Vinny's over the top. You know, he's loose. People with no patience cannot tolerate stuff like that, but people with patience can harness it. That's just him. He's very, I'm not going to say anal. I'm not even going to say focused, because focus still, you don't get that. Vinny is very concentrated on getting it right. Getting it right. He will stick to getting it right, even though sometimes it is right to you or me. I'm not an on-camera guy.
I mean, he played 5 or 6 different characters? I don't know. 5 or 6 different characters in one day, no less.
Oh, what a big man you are. When I buy you a pack of gum, I'll show you how to chew it. Mom! Mom!
And he had maybe 5 minutes between
He needed
to
his
prepare himself.
mental preparation. I know that was he would come down the stairs as whoever Pacino was in Scent of a Woman, looking around. And his mother's like, he's gone.
Well, I meant
He's
gone
nuts.
by, it wasn't Vincent anymore, it was the character. Not gone crazy. I've seen those movies also, but that wasn't that day.
I could have been somebody. I could have had class.
Joe, what did you think about the whole 50 million experience?
I thought it was really a lot of fun, but my favorite part was Vince and Pete fighting the whole time.
Why?
They were both really annoying.
Pete plays the role of the bully really well.
Go, 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 go.
He doesn't need. What are you doing? Stop directing. And I mean, we're shooting things like, you know, where he doesn't need to say a thing, but still he's rehearsing all these lines
I
beforehand.
said no kids. You don't listen to me, so I had to cancel this contract. Okay, let me have fun with this one, okay? I won't laugh. Don't laugh.
JJ.
You have one shot at this, Vince. That's all I'm saying. Don't snort.
Yeah,
What are we gonna
that
do?
sound, yeah, you might as well.
We're gonna war, that's what we're gonna do.
If he snorts that word, he's going.
We're gonna take this fucking salsa, we're gonna eat it for breakfast. Okay? How'd you like that? Fuck.
All right, standing by. How do you like your shot?
Do you like that? Fuck. Do you wanna play rough? Do you wanna know what we're gonna do?
You're not saying anything here.
I know, but let me get into the fucking character. Jesus. Okay? Dude, we're gonna take salsa for fucking. We're gonna war. That's what we're
All right, so sticking your face
gonna
in.
eat that salsa for breakfast.
You want to hear some direction, or you want to just keep talking?
I'm ready to go, man. Just
You're
say
gonna
action,
stick your
let's
face
fucking
in. You're gonna come up. You're gonna shut the light off.
Okay.
Whatever. All right. Those three things have to happen in that order. All right.
Okay. Do you know?
One time I was at, a real fast story, it was on the tangent. I was out in California on the Warner Brothers studio lot. I was. And they're shooting this movie with Meg Ryan and Andy Garcia about the alcoholism, something or other. I forget the name of the movie. I get into the hangar and the director calls cut and Meg Ryan walks off the thing. She's totally fucking in character. She's wasted. She's everything. I'm like, fuck, that's what you gotta do. You know, you gotta just be there. Excellent work, Meg. Seriously, I'm about to be honest with you. You taught me that, you know what, it's not, you know, you have to be there regardless. And then when they turn the camera on, they're just catching a piece of it. Anyway, so let's get back. So when they call cut, you gotta be there. You're in it because, you know, you can't just roll it. So that now I'm Frank Slade, I'm blind, I'm walking down the steps, you know, we got 5 seconds to shoot this, the DP's got to get back, and I'm like, I'm in the dark here, blind, I can't see the steps, and Pete's like, all right, Vince, cut the crap, let's get in front of the camera, this and that, and meanwhile I'm walking to the table, I'm freaking all drunk, and he's like, what the hell is the matter with this fucking guy? And sure enough, he starts yelling at me, and I start answering back, not as me, but I start answering back, Frank Slade, gonna kick your ass, you wanna fuck around like that, you know?
And I took it as like a passive aggressive kind of behavior at the time. In retrospect, I know he's just nuts.
Who am I talking to here?
Your line is hoo-ah.
So that's what that is. And he didn't understand it. He's like, what'd you say to me? What'd you say to me? Oh, I'll beat you on Frank Slade. I'll beat you on Frank Slade. Shit like that.
Sorry on who?
On you, it's only.
What the hell does that mean? Bad, man. What the hell does that mean anyway? Bad, man.
So that's normal.
And that caused me to, you know, be harsh with him. And his mom was there, and his wife was there. What the fuck?
And action!
What was it really like? Pete was all business. The location, I suppose, lost its significance in the sense that we were on the set. His house, his childhood house, the mother. I remember standing back and listening to that, just being fascinated. I've seen Pete yell at groups at a time, so I kind of like that. I know you love that, you know. Or John liked that. That was one of John's favorite moments in 50 Million. Was the lashing that Vincent took.
John likes other people's misery.
Did you have fun yelling at Vince?
No, I don't enjoy yelling. I don't enjoy yelling at anybody, but he's a fucking moron.
Why don't you enjoy yelling? I mean,
I want to tell the camera a little bit about this bullshit between
working relationship between Pete and Vinny. It's fucking stupid. First of all, Vinny does talk a lot of crap. I mean, like, he just doesn't he just doesn't know how to not just get to the point sometimes, and it comes across as arrogant or ignorant or stupid or crazy. He's not. I love Vinny, but like the guy can drive me up a fucking wall.
Miller, the best. First of all, without Miller, without you, everybody would have lost it. Your temperament is just so awesome, so even paced, so even keeled. It was so Christopher Walken. So like, I'm all like Wiggy in between scenes, trying to get it all done. Pete's all, Wiggy.
I love working with Pete. I love it because the guy's enthusiasm and his energy is overwhelming. I mean, it just loads you with confidence. If he likes something you do, and he'll talk about it in front of people, you feel like you're a fucking genius.
Yeah, he had one outfit to Vinny's like 15. Every scene he's like, yeah, whatever. He was there.
Pete is a very smart guy. I think he's got a screw loose, but he has no patience. So everything after 50 million, I'm going to direct because I have the temperament and the talent.
Miller and I have a cool thing, like we're always batting around ideas. He directed the last thing we did. I directed this one, then we switched. He directed the last thing we did called Voodoo T-shirt, and it came out really well. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to do the next one, I guess.
They're lucky to have me, and I'm the real brains and talent behind this whole operation. Now they can go off and tell everybody, oh, it's my company, or it's my idea or my concept, or I'm the one with the real experience, or I'm the one who is used to higher level quality things. I feel fortunate to meet them. I'm not going off and talking about how much better I am than they are, or maybe I am. I don't know. I don't think so.
Good.
Wow.
Okay. And we have speed and action.
If we get the helicopter, if we get the jet,
Okay.
whatever, I know.
We get a jet.
It's the same, yeah.
Okay, you're
But we get a
speeding
jet.
and...
We get a helicopter. It lands on the roof and it takes us to a jet. We get a jet. And then we have a helicopter land on the roof. And they take us to the jet. And if it gets us the fuck out of here, is there any special country that you want to go to, Sal? Where we go? What country do you want to go to, Sal?
Is it more dialogue to that?
No. Is that the right line?
I thought it was more. Yeah. Is that all of it?
I think so.
It ends at Wyoming. We get a helicopter.
Still speeding.
It takes us to a jet. And it flies us the fuck out of here. Is there any special country you want to go to, Sal, right? And if we get the jet to take us out of the country, where the hell do you want to go to, Sal?
Wyoming.
Cut.
That's not the line.
What about the ending? Let's talk about the ending. We didn't even have an ending, huh?
What do you mean the ending?
Do you know that there was no ending to that? You guys didn't have a set ending? Do you remember that?
No, that was done on purpose. It was we wanted to end it like The Sopranos.
Yeah, but you didn't know how it was actually going to end.
Really?
Well, alright, I might be having this wrong. All I know is that this was like one of the coolest parts of the whole shoot too. Is like we were talking about the ending, da da da. You guys knew you wanted a Sopranos ending, and then also like you guys were going back and forth. What if we did this? What if we did that? What if we did this? What if we did that? And then all of a sudden, Pete and I like looked up at the same time.
Oh, with you coming in with the gun.
Exactly.
He wants to go to war? Okay, I'll take him to war, man. Alright?
I hope they send me where the bullets are flying.
I'm Tony Montana. I'll fucking take you to fuck with me. You're fucking with the best, man. Come on, motherfucker. Come on, take you. I take your fucking bullet.
I love it. That was awesome.
That's it. Fuck that shit. Come on, I'm fucking Tony Montana. You wanna fuck with me? Come on, fuck with me. You wanna fuck with me? Come on, bring it on, motherfucker.
That night, I watched the footage. I sit down, I'm watching it, and I'm loving it. I'm thinking, this is unbelievable. I'm so fucking psyched. This is my first movie that I'm behind.
You have one shot at this, Vince.
I'm watching it. All of a sudden, it looks like crap.
You have one shot at this, Vince.
Action.
I'm in the...
I'm Stephen Van Patten, SVP to my friends. I don't even think I was talking to Pete when I was in the control room telling somebody, yeah, you know, I just took these classes, and Pete kind of jumped in. And you know, Pete, he's, you know, kind of like Keanu Reeves, but like if Keanu Reeves was like a chain smoker. Dude, you took Final Cut? Dude, I got a film for you to edit. Normally, I feel like the director would be there. Okay, dude, have at it. To be honest with you, Pete, in our initial conversations was kind of vague. I basically just did what the script told me to do. You know, I didn't try to get all like, you know, crazy on it. So I'm watching all this stuff, and it was just funny because a lot of times, like, the better take would have technical issues.
We got horizontal lines going everywhere. The sound is cutting off. We got this like digital sound going on.
What do you mean?
No, they haven't yet. They will.
Sicilians was spawned by...
I had coffee with Macaulay half an hour ago!
What the fuck?
There was cell phone buzz in every last... Actually, it only did like 2 takes of it. Some of the clips, it's like there's daylight or there's different light. That's when I was kind of questioning myself being on the project. I was like, okay, should I be able to somehow color correct this and fix this? And then I went to somebody who, you know, because me being me, of course, I have to agonize over shit. Showed him the source material a little bit, and I was like, well, see how, you know, it's like I can't really. He was like, dude, there's nothing you can fucking do with that.
What did you think about SVP's first cut?
I thought it sucked. I thought SVP took my initial iMovie cut.
We are going to interview him, you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah, well, sorry, SVP. I hated it. I'm sorry, that was harsh. I'm an asshole. It didn't suck. It was just it just wasn't right. Pete had a good idea that, you know, we should send it to somebody who would have a real outside point of view and, you know, do something funny with it. But the thing is, this is a special comedy. You had to know why it's funny in order to edit it right. And you know, since I wrote it, I felt like I should edit it, and I gave him the credit. And it's finally right on IMDb.
I showed it to my mother, who admittedly has only seen a couple of the movies that it references, and she kind of, you know, she's older, so she just kind of classified it as, you know, crazy white boys.
Yeah, go.
How'd you get involved in it?
Well, I was sleeping, and then Ron called me, and he was like, "Hey, Gavin, do you want to do something on my movie?" And I was like, "Well, like what?" I was like, "What kind of movie?" You know, you got to ask that kind of question when you're out here in Los Angeles. When someone says you want to be in my movie, you need to specify what movie it is, because you can get yourself into a lot of trouble.
How did you think of Pete as a director?
He had this very, he gave me the sense of like MTV. I didn't take as much of, I didn't really take anything of, you know, any kind of a beating from him like Vincent did. So, not that I mean, is it right to say that I liked working with Pete because I was entertained by the beating Vincent took while I wasn't working? Nice to have height, Pete.
Well, we did an amazing job getting 11 pages done in 2 days of work in one day.
That's why I said that to you. I didn't mean to be rude. But that's why I said to shoot 11 pages in fucking one day. I wanted to shoot 7 pages so that I would be able to do that and it wouldn't be, you know.
We got an amazing thing done today. It's all good.
Great,
no negative vibes whatsoever.
Let's go.
All right, My neck and arms are tired. I'm gonna put the camera down.
All right. I mean, so you. When it was over, I mean, do you think it was good?
Honestly, like after I saw the first cut that SVP did, you know, I was embarrassed because I respect the guy. I work with him, and I was like, dude, what have we done? Terrible boom. You know, the camera was all right, I guess. Nothing was consistent. Seriously. Slapped together. We had put so much time into like the preparations of it, and then the final product to be so bad. Put it up on the internet, and surprisingly, people are watching it 1,500 times. Whoa, that's crazy. And then the footage from that little film festival in Long Island was pretty encouraging.
I got on the train. I went by myself because I thought it was going to look like shit. I thought if it's projected from a mini DV tape, it's going to look terrible. If it's in a movie theater, you know. And so I went by myself because neither Pete nor Vinny either wanted or could go with me. I don't know. And so I go by myself and I filmed it.
John, went out there and videotaped the crowd.
Miller has a shot of the crowd
watching the movie.
And they're going nuts.
Yeah, never like friendlies.
I positioned myself, and we were up second, and I positioned myself in the theater, and so I whipped out my camera as soon as it started.
Yeah, well, Vic, this guy's stupid. Nobody cares about him.
Look, I know, I'm sorry. He's difficult to deal with.
Give me all you got! Give me all you got! He's getting $50 million for fucking doing nothing, man. What the fuck?
I know what it's worth. You don't have to tell me.
It was cool. Like, all the others were the serious, dark, depressing, I guess they were okay films, but ours got the laughs. As soon as Vinny turned to Scarface, the laughs started going.
Alex, we had a little problem. I said no kiss. I have tactical command that supersedes your right. They will walk, and you will let them. Fuck! I'm in the dark here. What do you want here?
Taking care of me? You're my kid brother, and you take care of me?
No one gets in my way. I'm Tony Montana.
Babe, the preferred nomenclature is Italian-American.
I'm German-Scottish.
I know every big shot warrior in New York. Who the hell are you?
You wanna fucking Tony Montana? You wanna fuck with me? Come on, fuck with me! You wanna fuck with me? Come on!
Fun. My next character that I'm actually working on, maybe you can cut into this or this. I did Al Pacino really, I tried to do the best I could and go there. I'm really going to go there with this character. I had to change my whole look and get really long curly hair. And it's in the afterlife. This guy, his name is Walter Fancuso. Afterlife Law Firm. Well, we're trying to, the same thing like everybody else does. You do a movie and you're like, okay, that was the movie and it's done. What do you do now? Having a template of a TV show, you can then shoot a weekly series and continue to do them, and we can continue to work. So the Afterlife Law Firm is something, because I like the surreal. I like to do things that are just not like, I like otherworldly. I like surrealistic paintings. I like things that just can take you away from your regular life. And I think the afterlife is someplace, another world.
The afterlife lawyer thing was a cool idea for a while there, and then Miller went off with Vincent, and they've been doing some stuff. I don't really get it right now, but they're like, stick with me. All right, come on, keep going. I'm like, all right. So not everybody has to work together all the time. That's the cool thing about it, Vinny's not so into everything that all the ideas I have, which is fine because I don't mind not working with Vinny. To be honest with you.
Ladies, what have you come back with? Ski's wallet.
Good day today.
Where are you?
Oh, perfect. Thank you. He found my business card. And then he looked through my wallet, and that's a nice guy. I knew if I lost my wallet around here, it would show up.
Vincent, I did help him out with his superhero thing that he had there. He wanted, there was some special on, I don't remember what it was, one of the cable channels, I think, or maybe it was a network station, where they wanted you to invent a superhero and then submit it. And he thought he was perfect for this thing that this guy apparently could, he could turn anything into chrome. Jay, wait! I got it! Chrome Man. What use is this power? He has a plating ability? Restore that car, wait! I need that bumper fixed. But he has an important quality. And the enthusiasm that he has is, it's you don't find a whole lot of that. Enthusiasm that actually can motivate other people to do things. I mean, he has an ability to actually make some people believe that, this can amount to anything.
What are they building here, man? Film this. Hey, listen. You know what I want? I want you to film this. Are you rolling? Of course. Listen, we're right next to Kaufman Studios. This is eventually. I'm walking into my dream right now. There's a book called what the hell? The Artist's Way, and they say visualize and walk, because then as you visualize and walk, you kind of like you manifest it as it's building. Well, I'm walking with you guys. We're building this friggin' features and shorts, and I've been to school, whatever, and now we're walking in Long Island City. It's up and coming. I'm right next to the freaking studio, man. We're going to talk about the TV pilot, and we're fucking actualizing it. We're visualizing it, and we're gonna make it happen, baby. I'm just so excited. Look, man.
And everybody that I tell, I'm like, yeah, I flew to New York, on Friday night. We shot it Saturday and Sunday, and we shot it all in one day, in 8 hours no less, because then Ellen made an amazing, was it Big Ziti lasagna? Yeah, lasagna. And Vinny's mom cooked, and we had like a huge, we all sat down as like a family and ate. It was awesome. That was great. So.
Without Vinny, this thing would not be what it is. I mean, he is hilarious. I have to say, he's a very funny character, and I think the more talented of an artist you're dealing with, the little crazier they probably are.
I'm really excited about this. There's so many things you can actually, there's this film, small as it may be, is so complex to the level of there's two characters, the actual real Al Pacino, then there's this Al Pacino, the movie lines and the real lines, the innuendos that the movie lines mean in the movie, and then the innuendos of the movies, what they mean in the script now. I mean, seriously, that's why when people watch this thing, they don't know whether they're like this. It's just they just get cross-eyed. They're like, what? It's just a little bit like, what is it? And exactly like a piece of art, you look at it and you go and you say, it means this to me, or it means that to somebody else. Any movie does that. But this film, I believe, is a surrealistic painting of these characters.
I'm glad I'm sharing this with you.
Yeah. Yeah, that whole promo thing where I pushed Vinny, that was poor.
They all go outside and they're this is for the website, right? Wasn't this for the website? The three guys gonna introduce themselves for the website. So they go out on the deck, and I'm filming from the doorway, and I have a shitty memory.
And Pete grabs his stick and hits me. Then I push him just a little bit.
And then Pete lunges and pushes him.
Pete pushes me.
And because it had been wet, it had been raining, I guess, the the deck was incredibly slick.
Now, I go flying and I go falling back and I fall on the ground and Miller's like, what the hell's going on? But listen, let me tell you something. That fence that I went flying into was not really attached
It's a miracle
totally
that
to
thing
the
didn't
thing.
give out. I mean, like, if that thing had given out, he would have fallen, a whole story, and neck broken, and end of story. Really, that was so stupid.
Playing on Miller's emotions is always fun.
Hilarious. Fuckers.
Vinny just gets so aggravating sometimes, and I felt like it was a good opportunity for me to like physically harm him. I look back and I'm like, Jesus, that's so dumb looking, but I mean, use it. You know, it was a good idea. Whatever. It's a John Miller film. So what else, dude?
It's an honor to talk to you about it. You know, I watched it. Katie actually told me to watch it. It was really good. You know, it reminded me of something that I would like to work on. As far as the Pacino, you the walking. Now, I just was kind of amazed at the process of it. You know, as it unfolded in front of me. How did you guys put it all together?
Well, I wrote it. It was my idea. I know those movie quotes really well, so I just tried to make a story with quotes that actually tried to tell a story.
Right. Now, why didn't you use any of my movies, Miller? Yeah, man. You just gotta do it, man. You just gotta get out there and you just gotta put some wheels on it. You know, take it out of the park, put it in drive, and just go, man. That's what you did on 50 Million. I'm real proud of you. Listen, guys. It's fantastic, and you just went out and did it. Wow.
Awesome.
So no need to thank me. Thank yourself.
Okay. Well, you still there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, thank
best
you.
of luck, gentlemen. Katie is wanting to get a yogurt. We have a yogurt machine we just installed.
Oh, cool.
And we're gonna make a little yogurt here. But it's an honor to talk to you guys. So
all right.
You be good.
Thank you so much, Tom. Really appreciate it.
And I look forward
listen, you guys, take your appreciation and put it into your next film. That's all I gotta say.